So, as I'm recording this, this will be the last episode of the year. It'll be the last episode of 2025. It's kind of the middle of the night now, and I just had this desire to go down into my studio and record this for you because what I have to say is, I think, pretty important. But not only that, it's going to be totally unscripted. I just turned the mic on, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I turned the camera on as well. And I'm going to talk to you. Just, it's me and you. It's me and you here talking about our lives, talking about your life. I'll talk a little bit about mine, but not much. I'm going to talk about yours mostly because I want yours to be. And I will tell you something else. In this episode, give me a little bit of latitude because I try to keep these episodes as clean as possible during the year. But here on New Year's Eve, let's say anything goes. So if you have any children in the room or anybody that you don't want to hear that you don't want them to hear the language, kindly ask them to leave because we're going to talk person to person intimately now. You know why? Because I want this next year, 2026, for you. I want it to be fucking awesome. And I say that from my heart. I've got no reason to say it unless I really mean it. And I do mean it. I want this year to be fucking awesome for you because we've waited long enough. This is your year. I talk about microdosing magic mushrooms on my podcast here. I talk about microdosing LSD. I talk about how these medicines have changed my life. Like I'm talking about like a 180, like totally. I'm a different person than I was when I first started this. And I would say I understand life so much better now, so much deeper. And it's not as serious as we all think it is, guys and gals. I say guys, but nakama, my family, my friend, my follower, whatever you want to call yourself. Life, we sometimes people take it way too seriously. Way. Oh my God, we got to lighten up. Let's say 2026, we're going to lighten up a little bit. And it's just it's not that serious. But I think happiness is the most important thing in our lives. Feeling like we're here and we're living our best life ever. And today I went into the grocery store. I had to pick up a few things, and I got to tell you this. I was looking around because I observe things more than I think I should. I'm like I'm too in tune to what's going on around me and feeling the energy from other people, and I felt a little bit sad because I felt there were sad people walking around, people that were just like, I guess, just trudging through their lives and just I don't know. I felt some sad energy today at the grocery store, and I don't want that to be you. I want to put a smile on your face. I want to put the biggest smile on your face ever, the biggest smile you've ever had on your face. I feel that's my goal for 2026. To get rid of the depression and the anxiety that's out there. And anybody that says that's not possible, I would wholeheartedly disagree with. Because 4.5 to 5 years ago, I was that person. I was that person that I just didn't really even understand where I wanted to go in my life because it was just, there was so much anxiety and so much, there was just stuff going on beneath the surface that I didn't even know about. That was just had accumulated for years and years and years. And you think like you can brush this stuff, sweep this stuff under the rug, but you can't. You can sweep it under the rug, but it will stay. It will fester. It will manifest itself in some way towards your health, whether it's physical or mental or both. It will be both. So you can't just ignore the things that are going on in your life and think you can take an antidepressant or even some psilocybin and everything's going to get better. I had somebody today on my YouTube channel that said, like, well, what do I need to do? You talk about the side work. What is that? What do I need to do alongside of this microdosing stuff? What do I need? What do I need to do? Well, the first thing I'll say is you need to think deeply about your life. Where are you? Are you where you want to be? And if not, why not? And you could take all the psilocybin in the world for the rest of your life. But if you're with the wrong person, if you're in the wrong job, if you're hanging with the wrong people, if you're living in the wrong city or town that doesn't resonate with you, you could take all the medicine you want, but it's not going to help you until you've realized that you need to make changes in your life. Some of them might not be simple, but a lot of times the reason we have these issues, I can pinpoint a lot of my anxiety and a lot of my depression to things that actually happened in my life that maybe I try to sweep under the rug. I just try to ignore them, put them under the rug, but they fester and they return. They don't go away until you address the problem head on, face to face in the mirror, looking at yourself and being honest with yourself. And I'm not saying that's easy. Some people never want to be honest with themselves. And they go through their lives and, living kind of a fake life, doing the best they can, not being honest about what's going on. And that's why we have so many mental health issues. And I'm not saying it's all from that, but mostly, yes, mostly mental health issues, mostly, not all, because I get the doctors there that will kill me if the smart people that are a lot smarter than I am, they say, no, Dr. Dave, you don't understand depression, anxiety. It's deep rooted and it's at cellular level and it's genetic. And some of that's some of that's true. Some of that's true. It doesn't mean we can't combat it. It doesn't mean that we can't reverse it. I'm tired of people saying that things can't be fixed, things can't be cured, things can't be reversed. And again, I'm a living example. For 30 years, my dermatologist told me that I'll always have psoriasis. There's no cure. Just take this cream, put this cream on. There's nothing else we can do. It's an autoimmune disease. You can't fix it. It just, But that turned out to be total bullshit. Total bullshit, because I learned, the mushrooms taught me. The mushrooms are smarter than most doctors. They taught me what to do, and through a series of lifestyle changes, my skin is and has been 100% clear, 100% clear for at least the last several years. Yeah, again, against what every skin doctor told me. Oh no, it's impossible. You can't get rid of it. But if you're watching this on YouTube, my elbow here that I'm showing used to be red and white and scaly and itchy and ooze. Oh, look, there's zero sign of anything. And that's the rest of my body too. Zero sign. So I don't believe what they say sometimes when they say something can't be fixed, something can't be cured. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I just don't. I've got something in front of me. It's the only thing I had planned, because none of this, what I'm saying now, nothing was planned. The only thing I had semi-planned was a little note I just got from somebody. I'm going to leave her. It's a her. I'm going to leave her totally anonymous, protect her identity. But I'll read it. I truly appreciate you, Dr. Dave. I'm around and I read all of your content. I haven't engaged much, not because I don't want to, but because I haven't always had the capacity. I'm still in the grief acceptance and healing process. And some days it just takes all of my mental energy just to get through the day. I'm incredibly grateful for you and your team. I hope my healing continues. And when I'm ready, I want to share my story, how you and your team and the medicine truly saved my life. Thank you for what you do, Dr. Dave. It matters more than you know. You know, when I get a letter like that, when I get an email like that, that's all I need to hear. Because I don't know if you remember this. I told you this a lot, but maybe in case you don't remember, I'll say it. I'll say it again. This is very important. When I first started this podcast, I would always say to myself, if I just, like, I don't know how popular it's going to be, and it doesn't really matter, because I said to myself, if I can just help one person out there, if I can just share my information, what I did in my life, and help one person on this planet, wherever they may be, maybe they're on the opposite side of the globe, but if I can help one person change their life, then it's all good. Well, fast forward 4.5 years, and I've helped, I think a lot more than one. I'm pretty sure. Here's an example of one, and there've got to be more. There has to be at least one more, right? No, all kidding aside. I mean, this is what I live for. This makes my day, and you know, I don't. As I'm recording these and speaking, I'm not realizing that I'm like actually saving a life. That's really powerful. I mean, to think about that, I've saved somebody's life, and she wrote to me and told me that. And I don't know the details, and I'm hoping one day she'll actually come forward and tell me, you know, how I did that, what I did to save her life. I do believe her. I do take her at her word. But this is powerful. And it's New Year's Eve. 2025 is all but done. I hope it was a good year for you. I hope it was decent enough. But again, I want to make 2026 the best ever. Not for me only, just for you. If you're listening to me or watching me right now, for you. That's my goal, for you. And doing this podcast it's fun. I love it, but sometimes it's very difficult. Like you remember a couple months ago when I got a notification from email that they took my whole from email. See, I can't. It's late. I'm sorry. It's late at night, but I really wanted to do this now. But I got a notification from YouTube. I should say YouTube, that they took my channel down. No warnings, no nothing. Everything was going great. They said your channel has been taken down. I can't remember what's the exact word. Your channel has been deleted, whatever it was. And they gave me one chance to give them what's the word? They gave me one chance to rebut, or whatever the word would be. There's a word. I can't think of it right now. It is late. I can't think of it, but so I had to put everything I had into this one letter. I had one chance to explain to them why they made a mistake taking my channel down, and it worked. They put it back up. But I'm at the mercy of YouTube, of Apple, of Spotify, of whatever. I'm at their mercy. If they don't like what I'm doing, they can rip it all down. And then what? Then what do I do? Because I use these platforms to reach people all over the world to help them. So I'm not even sure where I was going with that thought, other than it can be stressful doing what I do, but I do it from my heart. I do it out of love. And again, to get a letter like this that I just read to you, that I saved a life, it's worth it. So we've got a lot a lot that's going to be happening, good stuff in 2026. I really appreciate you being with me here. I might go in some different directions. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. I mean, I'm willing to go in any direction that you want me to go in, because this show's for you. It's not for me. I do this for you. I do this to help you discover what needs to be done to live your absolute best life possible. I'll leave you with one thing. Again, I didn't plan any of this. I'm just speaking totally off the cuff as this year comes to an end. I went out for a walk today. It was about an hour walk. And the first part of it is all uphill. And I've got to tell you, my knees sometimes give me a lot of trouble. And I just wasn't in a great frame of mind. I tried my best, but I was walking and I was feeling my knees, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, do I really want to do this? And contemplating just turning around and going home. And then I saw a man walking towards me. He was out for a walk as well. He's coming down the hill as I'm going up. And he's got a smile on his face. And then as he gets closer, I saw he had an artificial leg, one of those, artificial legs. That's what it was. You could clearly see it. It was metallic in some way. And he was walking with like one cane, or it wasn't really even a cane. It was like a hiking pole or something. And he was walking with this artificial leg towards me with a smile on his face. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I complaining? I've got both of my legs. Yeah, my knees hurt. They're old. They hurt. They've got arthritis in them, but I've still got them. I've got my body parts. And who am I to complain when this guy is coming at me with, I don't know, he was dealt a tough hand at some point in his life and he lost a leg, and he's still out there smiling, walking with a better attitude than I had. And I immediately changed my attitude, put a smile on my face. And when I did that, also my knee pain diminished. It went away a little, at least a little bit. It didn't go away. It's there. But it felt a little bit better knowing that I've been dealt a pretty good hand in my life, and I should really be appreciative for that. So what about you? Think about, we all go through tough times, but I'm willing to bet you've been dealt a pretty decent hand, at least a decent hand, and we should all just be so appreciative that we're here, breathing, our bodies are working for the most part, and we should just be appreciating our lives. I think I'll end it at that. I don't know. I really hope this New Year's Eve message resonated with you. I'll be back with regular episodes every Wednesday well into 2026, and we'll see where it goes from there. I am Dr. Dave. It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's. I love you. And I'll see you, as they say, I'll see you next year.